Now that you have graduated and are figuring out how to navigate your fitness going forward, I want to go through a few guidelines when it comes to structuring your training program going forward, and what are some tips and tools that you can use as you continue forward. So, in our programming, we really focus on the fundamentals: squats, lunges, push ups, pull ups, or some sort of variation of that, wall angels, burpees, mountain climbers, cardiovascular health. So, a lot of this was focused on you being able to functionally move throughout daily life. And as you continue forward, now that you've gotten stronger in these fundamental movements, whether you went from body weight to adding a lot of weight or being able to do your first push-up, notice that with practice and repetition of these same moves, you were able to progress through the program. So as you continue forward on this journey without me, I would highly recommend continuing to incorporate these different movement patterns in your training. So having some sort of lower body day where you're focusing solely on legs, having some sort of upper body focus day where you're focusing on upper, and then some sort of full body day where you're incorporating both legs and upper body is going to be super crucial, because you want to be hitting both lower body twice a week and upper body at least twice a week. So that full body takes care of that twice a week, right? You could also split it out into 4 days where you're doing 2 lower body days and 2 upper body days. But it just kind of depends on how much time you want to spend in the gym. And also, I would recommend you want to train in a period of about 4 to 6 week blocks. And let's say you really want to hone in on your push-ups, right? So for the first 4 to 6 weeks, you want push-ups as your primary movement. You want to put the hardest movements at the beginning of your workouts, and then the supplementary movements, so the movements that require less work. Let's say it's going to be a lateral raise, or let's say it's going to be a bicep curl. We want them to be saved at the end of the workout when you're already fatigued, and those are just accessory movements. So as you navigate your training, notice how we're putting all of your main movements in the beginning of your workouts. Yes. And we're doing about 3 sets of about 10 to 12 to 15 reps in the beginning. And as you continue to get stronger in these weeks, and you enter a new phase of training, let's say your next 4 to 6 weeks, that's when you want to start increasing your sets. So if we're doing 4 to 5 sets, that means because we're doing so many sets, we want to start decreasing the amount of reps. So then we start using the 8 to 10 rep range, the 6 to 8 rep range. So it depends on how heavy you're going as well. So using kind of these principles and fundamentals as you navigate your journey and create your next workouts, I would highly recommend simply sticking to those fundamental moves, adding some variations in them. There's plenty of variations, but the same principles of push-ups, squats, lunges, and burpees and mountain climbers, of course, could be substituted for other types of cardiovascular activities such as running, sprints, Stairmaster. Depends on what access you have, whether you're working out at home or in the gym. But I really hope that these little tips and tools help you as you navigate going forward your own fitness journey. And refer back to this video whenever you're like, okay, I'm not sure what I should do. Now you got it here. So I hope that you get stronger and get a whole bunch of push-ups, a whole bunch of squats, and a whole bunch of functional movements in your training as you go forward.